And welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new home of the Warren Street Academy. My name is Bruce Potter and I'm the superintendent of Berkshire, and I'm incredibly proud to be here with you today. On behalf of Berkshire, the Galvin Foundation, the Hudson City School District, and Bard College, thank you for joining us. Today we christen a new school building, but we also celebrate a true collaboration. What began as an idea 3 years ago to design a program to help struggling kids graduate has morphed into a multi-program school with an accompanying student-run thrift store located at 203 Warren. This is just simply amazing. My role this afternoon is to introduce our partners in this unique collaboration. None of this would be possible if not for the tremendous generosity and commitment of the Galvin Foundation. I met Eric and Henry in June of 2013, and since that time they, along with their director Dan Kent, have engaged me in dialogue about creating and enhancing additional educational opportunities for at-risk and disadvantaged youth in the greater Hudson community. I'm a sports fan, so I hope you'll indulge me. Yankee Stadium is known as the house that Ruth built. Well, this is the school that Galvin built. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Dan Kent, Director of Foundation Initiatives for the Galvin Foundation. Dan, on behalf of Berkshire, I'd like to present this plaque to you as a commemorative memento for this occasion.
Thank you, Bruce. Hey everyone, thank you all for coming out to celebrate this tremendous opening of Warren Street Academy. We're really happy to have you all here. So first, at Galvin Foundation, everything that we do starts with the idea that social and economic inequality in Hudson can be addressed by building from Hudson's incredible strengths, including its historic buildings, its historic districts, and its outstanding network of nonprofits and civic leaders. The way that we work is we bring to table our grant-making program and our expertise in real estate development, and we partner with organizations seeking to expand the impact of their programs. Warren Street Academy is a perfect example of what we've accomplished through this collaborative, strengths-based approach to addressing social inequality. Hudson City School District, Berkshire Union Free School District, and Bard College have been terrific partners in this effort. Each brings a staff of expert teachers and administrators and leadership with an unwavering commitment to creating innovative opportunities for every student. At Hudson City School District, Maria Suttmeyer has led a wide range of initiatives which have already dramatically improved the city's graduation rate. With everything from robotics to band, from basketball to theater, Hudson City School District is providing opportunities for enrichment and success. At Berkshire, students take part in a unique academic experience that combines small class sizes, hands-on workforce readiness programs, and dual certified teaching staff. And so far, the results have been incredible. Before joining the school, Berkshire's students had a 28% pass rate. At the end of last semester, the pass rate of those same students was 80%. And even better, so far 79% of the eligible students have graduated from high school since joining the program. Now, Bard College has long been actively involved in education in Hudson and in various cities facing challenges with social inequality. In communities like Newark and Baltimore, they have created early college high school programs where 97% of the students have completed bachelor's degrees within 6 years. The national average is 59%. So because of these incredible outcomes, Galvin Foundation sponsored the creation of Warren Street Academy to build on their success. It provides more classroom space, so Berkshire can double the number of students that benefit from their extraordinary approach. It creates space for the Bard and Hudson Civic Academy, which has already started this summer with a diverse cohort of 16 students. And these students now have the opportunity to take credit-bearing classes at Bard College, which is one of the nation's leading liberal arts colleges. And finally, it provides an opportunity for an integrated academic experience which allows the students, teachers, and administrators to benefit from each other's unique perspectives by operating in the same space. So, at the end of the day, Warren Street Academy will significantly increase the number of Hudson students that graduate from high school and graduate from college. And I thank all of you for coming here to celebrate the opening of this training center.
To create a school such as this, we needed help from our state government. Berkshire is a special act school district, meaning in 1964, by a special act of legislation, the Berkshire Junior Senior High School was created to provide public education to the youth at Berkshire Farm. In order to open this school, it also required an act of legislation. I'm honored to present to you the sponsor of the legislation that created the Warren Street Academy. Representing the 106th Assembly District and tremendous supporter of public education and the Hudson community, I present to you Dee Dee Barrett.
Good afternoon. I'm Assemblymember Dee Dee Barrett, and I'm so honored and privileged to represent the 106th Assembly District. And it was really a great joy to be able to advance the legislation, work with Senator Marchionne's office to be sure that what needed to happen happened, and we had to go twice to make sure that it came through. But we had 2 bills, and finally were able to get this legislation done and passed so that we could be here today and open this academy. I'm the mom of 2 kids, and I know firsthand that no 2 kids learn the same way. So I am enormously pleased to see Hudson Central School, the City School District, and Berkshire and Bard and the Galvin Foundation come together to be sure that nobody falls through the cracks, that kids who need extra stimulation have an opportunity to get extra stimulation, kids who need independent support and other routes to find their way into adulthood get that kind of support. And I congratulate all of you for being here today to be part of that and to be sure that moves forward in the best possible way for our community. Thank you.
As Dee Dee mentioned, we needed a sponsor in the Senate as well. And representing Senator Kathy Marchionne, it's my privilege to introduce Bob Allen.
I would say I have a unique perspective on Berkshire. Both of my parents were teachers at the farm, and I also worked in the school as well. So I've seen firsthand the great work that's done by both the agency side and the school side to improve the lives of the youth that come to Berkshire Farm. And this is a great expansion for the Berkshire services. I also live in Valatia, so I get to see the students that are in Ichabod Crane too. And just to expand the great work that Berkshire Farm does, it's good to see. And the Senator was proud to be a sponsor on the Senate side, and she has sent a certificate of recognition for this ribbon cutting and the opening of this program.
What began as a conversation after one of our superintendent's meetings, which then turned into a concept plan and eventual presentations to the Hudson City School District Board of Education, and followed by an enduring, a tough battle for approval, demonstrating courage and conviction every step of the way. Superintendent Suttmeyer never wavered in her commitment to create the necessary opportunities for her students. As she professed, there were many pathways to destination graduation. I'm pleased to introduce my friend, Dr. Maria Suttmeyer.
When I became superintendent of the Hudson City School District 4 years ago now, just entering my 5th year, I knew it was no surprise that we were taking on some very large challenges in the school district. But I knew that it came at no surprise that we had tremendous potential, but we couldn't do it alone. And I can say, over the last 4 years, we have never been alone. We have had the support of our community. We have had the support of organizations like Berkshire Union Free School District, another school district in the component Questar region, as well as our Assembly member, Dee Dee Barrett, who's been a tremendous support for us, and newly formed partnership with the Bard and Hudson, and undoubtedly the Galvin Foundation, rooting behind us every step of the way and giving us an opportunity to house our students in a different learning environment. So it's been wonderful to never feel alone. So I just want to say thank you to everyone before I begin. Sometimes challenges reveal unique opportunities, and to overcome those challenges, you need big ideas. 3 years ago, Bruce and I developed a big vision of opening a school for students in need of an alternative setting and different style of learning. The Bridge might have seemed like a figment of our imagination at the time because all we had was a big idea. Then just about a year ago, another big idea came along with Michael Sadowski really leading the charge to open an early college opportunity for high school students with Bard College right there, wanting to open their doors for our students as well as neighboring school districts. Standing in front of this newly remodeled school building that is ready to open its doors in the minds of our students, I know that it is clear that a great deal has transpired to turn these big ideas into an even bigger reality. We are breaking new ground, and it's exciting to continue our partnership with the Berkshire Union Free School District to administer the Bridge program, as well as forming a new partnership with Bard College to administer the Bard and Hudson Early College program. I want to recognize and thank Superintendent Bruce Potter for his determination and unwavering quest to serve students in a unique setting to meet their individual needs. It was not easy. I also want to thank Michael Sadowski for his patience and perseverance to bring the Bard vision to this city for high school students in Hudson and neighboring districts. And I want to especially thank Dan Kent and the Galvin Foundation for providing a beautiful home, not only for the Bridge over the last 2 years, but for welcoming us into this amazing new space alongside Bard College. This indeed is a dream come true for our students. Thank you.
The Galvin Foundation had the idea of expanding opportunities through the utilization of this beautiful school. They introduced me to Deborah Pemstein and Karen Unger of Bard College. From there, the conversation became, how do we include the larger collaborative in our region to provide similar opportunities here that exist in Bard High School early college programs across the country. I'm pleased to introduce my colleague, Dr. Michael Sadowski, Director of Bard and Hudson Civic Academy.
So I've actually taught at Bard since about 2005, and just about a year ago, I think this month, I was hired for a new position to somehow envision what an early college program could look like in Hudson and how we could work together. So there was a group of us who met in that office down there just about a year ago, I think it was July, and we sat around the table. It was Bruce and Maria and people from Questar and Karen, and some of my colleagues, and we kind of thought about how could we make all these pieces fit together? How could we have a program housed in this space, which at the time was very much a construction site, where students from the Bridge and students who were Bard students, and we didn't even really know what that meant yet, but where they could all work together and really in a space that would be mutually beneficial for everybody. So, as Maria said, we had lots of meetings and we strategized over the course of the year. We sort of had to have a lot of patience because we were working with Questar BOCES, and there were just a lot of partners that needed to come together to make this happen. Maria has been an amazing partner in envisioning how this could work for students from Hudson City School District. Sue Brown from Germantown has joined us and is sending some of her students to our academy. Bruce, of course, has been an incredible driver of this whole project. So I just feel really, really grateful that we are able to be here and to celebrate this. And the Galvin Foundation, of course, for their amazing support of renovating this building, of supporting the Bard and Hudson program. And we have other foundations and groups have come to support us as well. Children's Foundation of Columbia County, Rhinestrom Hill Foundation, Berkshire Taconic Children's Foundation, community schools. There have just been, this is really a moving event to see representatives from so many of these organizations. Assemblymember Barrett, we just have so many partners in this, and this gathering is such a wonderful symbol of that. I'm especially grateful to have a few of the students who have spent a week on the Bard campus with us. We literally came back at 4 p.m. on the bus from their week on the Bard campus in the Bard Summer Academy. They have been working super hard all week. They have taken academic classes, they've done homework every night, they've done extracurriculars from sports to theater to dance. It's great to see you guys here. I mean, because they're really what it's all about. I mean, their presence here, especially after such a tough week that they've had, they wanted to come here, they wanted to be here to celebrate, and I'm just grateful that I get the opportunity to work with them over the course of the whole year. So thanks to everybody who's here for helping make that happen. Thank you.
At this time, I'm proud to recognize the Warren Street Academy team, the faculty and staff who will soon call this building home. Earlier I mentioned that none of this would be possible without the Galvin Foundation. Well, I'm humbled to say that none of the successes would have been achieved without that team of professionals. I take special pride in introducing the Warren Street Academy principal, Dan Kalflesh.
Good evening. My name is Dan Kalflesh and I am the principal of the Warren Street Academy that we're all staring at. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone that has helped make our new school possible. The Warren Street Academy is truly a collaborative effort. I'm sure you've heard that a few times by a few people here tonight. Your presence today is very humbling to see everyone here. I'm grateful to all of you that you've taken the time out of your busy schedules to support our students, and many of us here have worked tirelessly to achieve what was once unthinkable. It is a great honor to stand in front of this beautiful building here. 364 Warren Street on 4th and Warren has served as a great temporary home for our program. What began as an idea 3 years ago has now transformed into an alternative learning center that is focused on the success of every student. Our mission at the Warren Street Academy states, together, we will teach our students the academic and emotional skills necessary to graduate and be productive, contributing members of the society. This building will give us ample opportunity for 21st century learning, additional space for collaboration, and the ability to engage the community in ways never thought possible. We will continue our practice of continuous improvement as every student deserves the best opportunity to be successful. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Thank you.
In a moment, we will cut the ribbon, in which we've all come here for. But after that, I would like to invite all of you for a tour of this beautiful facility. And at the end of the hallway in our cafeteria, I ask you to stay and enjoy refreshments that have been provided by our Berkshire culinary team. So at this time, Mr. Kent, Dr. Suttmeyer, and Michael, please join me.
Can you get rid of that folio?
Sure.
Put it in the pot. Throw it over my shoulder.
Okay, on the count of 3.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, sorry.
On Lance's count.
You're faster than I am.
Your count, Lance.
1, 2, hold it, go.